Children, good morning. Today we are going to discuss part 2 of the lesson Measures of Central Tendency. In that we are going to discuss arithmetic mean. What is it? Arithmetic mean. So it is the most commonly used measure of central tendency. If we want to calculate the average, this method will be used. It is computed by adding all the values in the data and that set have been divided by the number of observation in it. For example, if the data have been given like 5 students marks or per capita income of each individual, that will be added up, that is sum up, and number of observation in the sense how many per capita income we have taken, 5. So it has to be divided by 5 and we'll get the average of per capita income. Okay. Now in this, what are all the methods to compute arithmetic mean? So methods of computing arithmetic mean in individual series. So today we are going to discuss individual series. What is it? Individual series. So individual series have been divided or categorized into direct method and the next one is assumed mean method. Okay, so arithmetic mean for the series of ungrouped data. Ungrouped data in the sense the datas have not been arranged. The datas have not been arranged. So first we'll see individual series in direct method. Individual series in direct method. For example, if there are n observation such as x1, x2, x3 till the xn, that is nth term. Okay, then the arithmetic mean, that is usually it was denoted by x bar. How to pronounce this? X bar. What is it? X bar. So in case of individual series, using direct method is given by x bar is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 till the nth term and divided by n. N is number of observation. So if it is stopped till x5, then number of observation will be 5. So you have to add up all the x values and you have to divide it by the number of x. Okay, so the formula for individual series, that is direct method, is x bar is equal to sigma x by n. So this is the first formula. The next one is, it is a problem. Problem in the sense, so how we have to do individual series with direct method. So a student's marks have been given in mid-year examination where what are they? 94, 87, 98, 82 and 89. So now what you have to do is you have to find out the average mark of the students. Average mark of the students, that is how many marks they have scored. Okay, how many marks they have scored. Now, so if we want to find out the average, what we have to do is we have to sum up this. We have to sum up this. So we tell this as summation. What is it? Summation. So summation of x is you have to add all the marks of the students. All the marks of the students and you will get the total. Okay, so if we find out arithmetic mean for this series, you have to write the formula first. So x bar is equal to sigma x by n is equal to, what is sigma x? Summation of x. So it is 450. So 450. How many observations? So number of observations are, how many marks have given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So divided by 5 is equal to 90 marks. What is it? 90 marks. So average mark is 90 in mid-year examination. Clear, children? Then coming to the next one, individual series with shortcut or assumed mean method. What is it? Shortcut or assumed mean method. This method is used when the size of items is very large. While comparing to this one, it is less values. But here if you get the very large number of values in the sense if it is beyond 100 or thousands, this method can be used. So any of the middle values is taken as assumed average. Any of the middle values is taken as assumed average. So we consider that as A. Okay. The next one is we have to find out the deviation. We have to find out the deviation of values of each item is calculated from A. So first we have to find the middle value which is called as A, that is assumed average. From that you have to find out deviation. Okay, deviation. So the deviations are then added, summation D, and then divided by the total number of observation. So when we find out this deviation for each and every values, okay, then what we have to do is we have to get sigma D. Sigma D in the sense it is summation of D. So we have to add all the D values and we have to divide it by the total number of observation, that is frequencies. Okay, then add this value to assumed average to get the mean. So sigma D divided by N. Along with this we have to add assumed mean to get the mean. Okay children, so for this the formula is A plus sigma D, that is summation D by N. A plus summation D by N. This you can tell as sigma, or otherwise you can consider as summation. Okay children, so as I said, A is the middlemost value of the sum. Middlemost value of the sum. I'll give the example. For example, suppose the students' pocket allowances are this much. So number of students, that is number of observation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then pocket allowances for first student is 50, second is 20, third is 40, 65, 30. Now we have to find out what is the next step to find out step deviation method. You have to find out D. D is equal to X minus A. X is nothing that. So X is the sum of pocket allowances and A is equal to assumed mean. That is we have to find out middlemost value. So I have taken 40 as A. 40 as A, that is assumed mean. Okay. So now X is this one. So 15 minus A, what I said, 40. So 15 minus 40 is equal to minus 25. So like this you have to take a D. Okay. Now we have to find out sigma D. What I said, sigma D is summation of D. Summation of D. So we have to add all this. So if you add all these, minus 25, minus 20, minus 10 is minus 55. And one plus value is there. So plus 25. So minus 25 and plus 25, minus 55 and plus 25 will get minus 30. Because the highest number sign is minus. Okay, so what we have to do is you have to write minus 30. Now we got sigma D here. Now we have to apply it to the formula. So first we have to find out sigma D in this. Sigma D. So sigma D is equal to, what is sigma D here? It is minus 30. So minus 30 divided by N is number of observation. Number of observation. So it is 5. So sigma D by N. So minus 30 divided by 5 is equal to minus 6. Okay, so 5 6 are 30. So it is minus 6. So we have minus 30. So we'll get answer in minus. Now we have to apply this in mean. Mean is equal to, what I said for assumed mean method, A plus sigma D by N. So A is the value 40 plus minus 6 is sigma D by N. So it is minus 6. 40 again. So here plus into minus is minus. So 40 minus 6 is 34. So this is the answer for this problem. Okay. So this way you have to find out what assumed mean method or shortcut method. Okay. There is another method which we call it as step deviation method. Let's see that from your textbook. Just look into this. It is step deviation method. What is it? Step deviation method. To find the step deviation method, this is the formula. X bar is equal to A plus sigma D dash. How you have to pronounce this? Sigma D dash by N into C. Now here A is the assumed method, assumed mean, so which we have discussed earlier. Then sigma D dash. How to find out sigma D dash? So for that first we have to find out D dash. Okay, so D dash is equal to D by C. What we have seen in the previous method, D is equal to X minus A. D is equal to X minus A. That is, this is deviation. What is it? Deviation. So we have to find out deviation first. Deviation X minus A. What this C is? C is nothing that common factor. What is it? Common factor. For example, you have to find out how many observations, how many X are there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or otherwise number of families. Okay, you can consider n also. So 10 families have given. So the common factor is 10. Common factor is 10. In this way, we have to find out common factor. Clear, children? Okay. Now this is the example of this. The number of families are given. X is given, that is the income is also given. Now what I said, the first method is to find out deviation. So D is equal to X minus A. Here they have taken X assumed mean as 850. As I said, you have to take middlemost value. So first we have to arrange this in ascending order. What is it? Ascending order. So if we find out the ascending order, sure you can able to identify the middlemost value. So when I arrange this in ascending order, I got 850. Okay. So from this, you have identified assumed mean. So D is equal to X minus A. What is it? X minus A. A is 850. So 850 minus 850 it is 0. 700 minus 850 it is minus 150. Like that you have to count. Okay, so you will get sigma D. But sigma D is only for the assumed mean method. But in step deviation method we have to find out sigma D dash. Sigma D dash. So for that you have to find out D dash first. Now we got D. From that we are going to conclude D dash. So D dash is equal to X minus A by C or D by C. What we got? D as 0 divided by C is what I said, common factor, that is the number of observation. So X minus A divided by 10. So 0 minus 850 divided by 10 is 0. Minus 150 divided by 10 is equal to minus 15. Minus 750 divided by 10 is equal to minus 75. So like that you will find out D dash. Okay, now we got sigma D dash. What is it? Sigma D dash is adding up, summation. Okay. So now we have sigma D dash. Now we have to apply it to the formula. X bar is equal to A is 850. Plus sigma D dash is 266 divided by n is 10 and common factor is 10. Okay, so when we calculate this, we'll get the answer rupees 1116. 1116. So mean of the family, 10 families income is 1116. So in this way you have to find out step deviation method. Okay children, step deviation method. So with this, individual series gets over. Tomorrow we'll discuss the another part. Okay, thank you children, and I'll give few problems after completing the lesson to work it out. Okay children, thank you.